This is like one of the biggest things for me. It's such a game changer and you'll love yourself next November. For about 2 hours I've just been messing about. I'm probably going to be awake. What I'm going to do is stocking. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Saturday night. James is out tonight on his work's Christmas do, so I thought it'd be the perfect time to get some wrapping done, especially his presents. But I have been procrastinating for quite a long time. It's now actually 9 PM and for about 2 hours I've just been messing about. I'm probably going to be awake quite late because I'm going to pick him up later. Yeah, so I just thought I would film me wrapping some of the presents and then also just talking through a couple of tips that I do to help prepare for Christmas Day and just make it less stressful as possible, because this time of year can be really overwhelming sometimes with everything you've got to do and buy and people to think of, people to see. So I'm going to try and not show the gifts that I bought in this video because I don't want to give anything away, but I'm going to try and film a bit of Christmas Day. I actually love wrapping. I love presenting a gift and for it looking really nice. I love picking wrapping paper. I like choosing one that's good quality so it's not like see-through or really thin or just rips as soon as you try and bend it. I love adding like the ribbons and the bows, gift bags, and writing like the gift tag and the little note. So I do put quite a bit of time into my wrapping and I love seeing other people's wrapping and what they've bought. So I've brought all his gifts that I've bought downstairs. What I'm going to do is stocking. So this was James's stocking from home and my stocking's still at home because my mum still does me a stocking, which I love, but it means I don't have one here. So I have bought myself a new stocking this year. I just bought it today actually from M&S. Quite last minute, so it was reduced, which was handy. But I have seen some really nice stockings not on the high street that you can get personalised, but they are quite expensive, ranging from like £30–35 upwards. And if I was going to buy two this year that were matching, it was going to cost me nearly £70, and I just didn't want to spend that on two stockings. But I will eventually get like matching stockings, some really nice ones. But yeah, I didn't do that this year. But I have bought a stocking, like I said, from M&S, so James is going to do me a stocking, which is exciting. The first stocking that he's ever had to do. I always used to do him like an extra stocking anyway, just because I like wrapping and buying little gifts. We also have these like big sacks that we tend to put a few presents in. I do like the sacks. I think it looks really cool and like you look in and you've got a few things to open. But I also like presents being displayed under the tree, and I like you to be able to see the wrapping and appreciate the effort that's gone into it. Like, I love nice gift bags, but then I also like to see the present at the same time. I feel like a gift bag's good when you're gifting it to somebody, but when you're in the same household, I like them to be displayed under the tree. But yeah, do like these as well, like the sacks. And it's also handy as you're buying gifts because I've got them all in there unwrapped, but if it's in the cupboard you can't see straight away what's in it unless you're being really nosy. I've also got all the Amazon parcels that have come, which if you've got any like awkward shaped gifts, it's always handy to wrap them in the Amazon boxes. And something else to do if I'm trying to hide gifts in wardrobes and things, but obviously it's quite easy to see them, I will put the shopping bag in a bin bag so that like you would only really know what it was if you went rooting in the bin bag, which would be very naughty. So each year I tend to buy my wrapping paper based on for the men in my life and then for the women in my life, and I usually get wrapping paper from HomeSense. Is really good. They have great wrapping paper. John Lewis, M&S and Next, those are my like go-tos. I was a bit disappointed with Next's wrapping paper range and like gift bags they had on this year and cards. M&S I've just bought two today, really nice. M&S for the women, obviously it can be used for the men as well. I just tend to see it as like that's a bit more posh for the ladies, and then that one's a bit more manly, if that's the thing. Or like for example this one's got cars on it and like little trees. James loves cars, so like that's perfect. And then the one I've got for the women is like white with like gold stars on, and there's some with like little bakeries on that are gold, really cute. So they were both from M&S, and of course if I run out I'll just use whatever for whoever. But yeah, this year this wrapping paper was from Home Bargains, and I kind of feel like it looks very HomeSense sort of style, M&S style wrapping paper. It's got little red cars on and Christmas trees on the top, and it just says Merry Christmas. So I thought that was really cute, and that is 8 meters for £1.29, so obviously super cheap. I'm hoping it's not really thin and rubbish paper because I'm hoping to wrap a lot of the gifts with this, but hopefully it'll be fine. And because it's not like white, sometimes white can be see-through if it's not good quality, but this is more like a brown paper colour, so that's what I'm going to do most of James's in. I've got 3 left from last year, which were all from HomeSense, I think. Really lovely designs. There's only a little bits left on them, probably to wrap one present each, but I just don't like wasting it, so I will use that to wrap gifts. gifts. You can see there, again, we love the red cars, and I've got my ribbon ready. I think I'm just gonna wrap today because ribbon and tags are like a whole other session. So I'm gonna get cracking, wrapping. I'm gonna get started wrapping, and then as I go, I'll just talk through some tips that make the Christmas period less stressful for me. I presume most people have one of these, but if you haven't, you need to get a sellotape holder like this. This one's super heavy, but it just makes your life so much easier. I don't know how we lived before these were invented. Like, we used to stick strips of sellotape onto the edge of the table and then pull them off when you needed it. I've still got a couple of things to buy, but most things I am pretty much done now, just like little bits really. So I think I'm going to start wrapping the bigger gifts. Sometimes it glides along with the scissors so easy, and other times it just rips. I also like to wrap things with lots of sellotape. If you ever get a gift from me, they're always very hard to get into. I just feel like if every piece isn't neatly stuck down, it doesn't look done properly. Any little bits of paper sticking out or not folded in, they just bug me, so I have to stick everything in together. So I think one of the best tips I could give for making your Christmas as stress-free as possible is to save money every month throughout the year for Christmas. This is like one of the biggest things for me. When it comes to November and all the Black Friday deals are on, my money's already there saved from the majority of the year. So even if you put like £20 a month away, by December you'd have £240 saved, which is a great deal of money for buying presents. I save money per month based on how much I think I spend in total, so I'll kind of work out how much I spend on each person, because this will be different for everybody. How much I'm going to spend on my other half, how much roughly you might spend on food, lots of things. I don't include nights out or anything like that, mainly for gifts and food. But if you say you spend £500 or £600 at Christmas on gifts, then, you know, divide whatever the figure is by 12 and save that every month. It's such a game changer, and you just feel so good and so organised when the time comes and you want to start buying presents. It's there, it's ready. So that would be my number one tip. In January, start saving in a separate savings account every month for Christmas, and you will thank yourself so much when Christmas comes round again. And sometimes I will even save a bit more, and then if like I'm trying to stick to a budget and then I've got some left over in the Christmas pot, I'm like, oh, bonus. You know, I might have a £50 left or however much left in the pot, a little extra to go out for dinner or save. Or if I've overspent and I think I need to take a bit out of November or December's pay, then I can do that. But instead of thinking I'm going to get paid in November or December and then I need to take, you know, £500 to £1,000 out of that pay for gifts, yeah, just start saving in January in a separate savings account. Name it Christmas Fund, and you'll love yourself next November. I am actually so pleased with that paper from Home Bargains at £1.29, and it is a bit thin, but it's not see-through whatsoever. Yeah, and I think with like a nice red bow on there, once it's finished, I think that'll look really nice. Isn't it cute? I like it when you've got like a big gift that you can wrap and then you really get to appreciate the design on the paper. When they're like small gifts, you can't really see the pattern, but when it's a really big gift, like, you get to appreciate it more. So my next tip is to recycle gift bags. I love pretty gift bags, but often I get given so many at Christmas that I don't really need to buy new ones, and gift bags are quite expensive, again, if you're buying them from like Clinton's or John Lewis. So if someone's gifted you something in a nice gift bag and it still looks in good condition, just keep it for the following year in a box or in a bigger bag. And then what I tend to do then the next Christmas, I get everything out of the loft, the wrapping paper, the gift bags, see what I've got left. I then will buy my gifts, and then once I have all my gifts at home and I've got them laid out and I can see what gift bags I've got and wrapping paper, then I know if I need to buy any more or if I can make do with what I already have and save the money. So at the moment I know I could probably do with maybe 2 more, and often you might not know what size gift bag you need depending obviously what gift you buy, if it's a large gift or a small gift one year for people. So yeah, don't spend money on gift bags until you've bought all your gifts and you've gone in the loft and got out your previous year's gift bags and wrapping paper to see what you've got, because you might already be more organised and prepared than you realise. And paper and gift bags definitely add up. Something else I do as well is write a list of people that I want to buy cards for, because sometimes previous years I found myself stood in the card shop and I'll be like, right, who do I need to buy a card for? Mum, dad, blah blah blah. And then you might get home and think, oh, I should have got one for such person, such person. Yeah, last year when we moved into the house, we had a few cards posted to us. The neighbours also gave us some cards. So it's just things like that. I write it down. I use the Google Keep app, which is amazing. Aside from like your iPhone notes that you get, the Google Keeps is my favourite app for note taking. If you would like, I could probably do a whole video on Google Keep. I could probably talk about it for like 5 minutes. Google Keep, I feel like, is my brain with all its tabs open. That is my Google Keep app. Anyway, yeah, so wherever you make your notes, if that's in your reminders, your notes on your phone, your diary, write a list of who you want to send cards for if you send cards. I personally love receiving a card, and yeah, that way you don't feel bad if you get one and you haven't sent one to someone, and it's just one less thing for your brain to think about if it's wrote down already. A nice thing to do actually as well, if you have got maybe a few little gifts for somebody and it might look a bit random to wrap them up separately, or you want to gift a bit of money with a little gift, I tend to buy boxes like these. So these boxes I've got previous years from HomeSense. HomeSense do the nicest gift boxes all year round, and then you can just stuff them with a bit of tissue paper and even wrap the gifts individually and then put them in the box. Yeah, I just think it looks really nice. And if you're someone who doesn't really like wrapping, a box is great because it kind of looks nicely presented already and they can just open it and the gifts are inside. Another one done. We have a whippet in the lens, don't we? You get in your bed. So something else that I find super useful, again, is lists. We make lists for lists. Just make lists throughout the year of gifts for people. So sometimes in the most random of places, usually in the shower or when I'm laying in bed at night. And sometimes I randomly think of good gift ideas, and if I haven't got it wrote down somewhere, I am more than likely gonna forget. So if you're out shopping with someone and someone mentions that they really like a particular brand, or they really like these or hand cream or moisturizers, everyone's different, aren't they? So I always like to try and buy gifts that suit that person. So I'll just make a note like, Amy likes gin. Or, you know, such body likes Baileys, or such body's favourite chocolate is this. Yeah, you get the gist. Something else that's good to do just before Christmas as well is like your Christmas clean. Mrs. Hinch has actually done a good checklist of things to tick off on your Christmas clean, so I'm actually going to do that very soon. I think I might do a video of my Christmas clean. You can make it a bit more exciting by using some Christmas edition products. You can get like festive scrub daddies, festive minkies. I am hoping to do a lot more cleaning videos and organising and things like that in the new year. This is also my first Christmas on YouTube. I kind of wanted to keep them Christmas related, but I need to have a massive clear out of my wardrobe, so that is definitely to come. And if you do like cleaning videos and you like organising, let me know if you have any specific requests, like what you'd like to see being played out. But yeah, coming up to Christmas, you might want to do some bigger jobs that you've been putting off for a while, because I know I do. So things like your oven, your microwave, your fridge, the kitchen cupboards, you might want to give a bit of a wipe down, you might want to mop the floors. Especially if you're having visitors round. If you're going out for Christmas Day, then, you know, don't worry about it. But if you've got people around over the festive period, I feel like there's nothing more motivating to clean than people coming to your house. Yeah, take the opportunity. I love the feeling of when you spend time cleaning and then everything feels so clean and fresh, and you can sit down in the evening and enjoy your clean home. Yeah, obviously you can get lovely scented Zafloras. Mrs. Hinch does a lovely winter range. I've got one at the moment that's frosted eucalyptus and I love it. It's also great if you find it hard to get motivated to start cleaning, which a lot of us do. One of the things that really gets me motivated to clean is watching other people clean. Any like accounts on Instagram or YouTube where people are really getting into the cleaning, it makes me want to clean my house. You know, special edition products that you want to test out, nice smellies and things. Also putting on some music, although I tend to just sing and pretend I'm on a stage and get more performing done than I do cleaning. And setting a timer is also a good one as well, to see how much you can get done in the time that you've given yourself. Whether that's 15 minutes, an hour. Set yourself a little challenge. Something I like to do personally if I'm struggling to get a task done, I'll say, okay, if I spend the next 45 minutes on this task, then once I finished it, I'm going to sit down with a cup of tea and a biscuit, and that'll be like my treat. Or like, once I focused on this hardcore for 30 minutes, I'll spend 5 minutes on Instagram, something like that. So you're kind of rewarding yourself after each little task. That always helps me massively. Something else I like to do as well, especially over this time of year, is look at my month in a view. So I'll look at the calendar, see where we've got things going on in the evenings and the weekends, see what dates are free to do things like Christmas shopping. I'll try and book those days in, see what days are free to get like Christmas cards, because that's like a shop in itself. See like when's best to wrap my presents, because I don't like leaving that till the last minute. Yeah, just because this time of year is a bit more hectic and there's a lot more going on, it's a good idea to kind of like a place where you're going to do stuff on what dates in advance. Sometimes I also put in things like call my nana. Some things you just easily forget, you get swept up in all the madness of it, and then the things that are really important to me sometimes you forget, like to reply to messages and stuff like that. It's also really nice to just like put in the diary if you want to have like a quiet movie night, a takeaway night, just because then I really look forward to those dates as well, and I know I can wind down on those days. Another reason I like to look over the festive period especially is to know where I am on what days and what I'm eating basically. So like Christmas Eve we're going to James's mum's, Christmas Day we're at my mum's, so I haven't really got much Christmas food to do because we're not really going to be here. Obviously Boxing Day and then the random days in between, I'll make sure we've got some like nice nibbly bits in for me and James. Also, like if I want to do any baking, I'll try and sort of think about what I'm going to bake ahead so that I know what I need to get from the shops to make sure I've got that in. If there's things like Heroes, Celebrations, Quality Street, you know, any cheese and crackers, stuff like that that you want to buy, I've got like a separate Christmas shopping list on the Alexa. And then just general things that you always need like batteries, sellotape. Yeah, also at the moment I haven't used my Tesco Club Card vouchers for ages, so I could use those over the festive period if I wanted to, but I might not because they last like 2 years or something. I've got an awkward one to wrap here. I've got Ralph, our Whippet, a few toys to open as well at Christmas. It was his birthday on the 1st of December, so I'd got him 2 new toys then, and my mum had bought him a new toy, and I wrapped those up and he loved unwrapping them and then got really excited with his new toys. I've got him a new toy, she's like a duck I think, she's quite big, so he'll love destroying that. And then I also bought him like a big puzzle mat thing from Amazon. He loves anything like that, and it's great in the day, like just to keep him busy, especially on rainy days. So it's a massive puzzle mat and it's got all sorts of different like little compartments in it where you can hide treats and then they have to sniff them out and find them. So that should be good, and I could even take it to my mum's on Christmas Day because we'll take Ralph with us, so that'll keep him occupied for a while. Also been thinking quite a bit about the new year recently, 2024, and what I'd like to achieve. I don't usually set goals for myself, but this next year, like I feel like I want to. So yeah, just really having a good think about what I want to do, what I want to prioritise, and I'd love to hear if you've got any goals for the new year or if you've got any holidays booked. It's always one of my favourite topics of conversation. I'd love to know where you're travelling to. So I think I'm all talked out now. I'm going to carry on wrapping presents, so I will include a time lapse here if you want to stick around and watch me finish wrapping the presents. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found some of the tips useful. Sorry, Ralph's just chewing on his toy in the background. If you're still here watching, I would love it if you could give it a big like, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. I hope you are all ready for Christmas, or nearly getting there anyway. I am trying to upload shorts as well during the week now, and there might be the odd extra video like over Christmas. Yeah, thank you so much as always for watching. I really do appreciate all the views and the likes, and if you've commented on a video, thank you so much, and I will see you on Monday at 7 for another video. Thanks guys, bye.